and I was there for him. And frankly, at the time that this was starting to happen, I was beginning to burn out on my legal career. You've heard of that, where I did litigation too. So I kept thinking about, is there another path for me that would more engage my soul, that would more speak to my purpose on being on the planet and not just making a living. Right. And the business of New Chapter kept growing. It was still small, but it kept growing. And at one point in time, in 1999, Paulie said, you don't like being a lawyer? You love New Chapter. I've known you since 1970. Let's do this together. So I asked my wife, who occasionally you'll see walking in the background here, I asked my wife if I had permission to leave my corner office and my law partnership, and if I had permission to jump off an economic cliff and fail. And she kindly consented. I'm happy that we were of one mind on this. It was definitely the entrepreneurial leap. And you know, Rob, what that's all about. There are times when you just leap off the cliff, and there's no safety net. And I left my law practice. I had a daughter who was just starting at Indiana University, and it was her freshman year, and she heard that her father had just quit his job, and she wondered whether she would be able to continue at school. It's a very destabilizing thing,
Absolutely.
when, we've all been there, where a career change or a business change, and so I started, and when I started, New Chapter was on one floor of an old mill building on High Street in Brattleboro, Vermont, and it was an old, dusty kind of wood floors that were kind of rippled because of warpage and just the decline of wear and tear, the attrition of the years. And our sales had just hit $4 million. So in March of 1999, that prior year, New Chapter had hit $4 million. Now, when I joined the company, we also did a capital raise. And there's a lesson in the capital raise that this is, I think, important for young entrepreneurs to be mindful of. So I had a law partnership, and I had all of these wealthy clients and law partners. And I figured, well, here's my business plan, and we put together a business plan, and here's how we're intending to take this $4 million well-kept secret in Brattleboro, Vermont, to being an international company. And I developed this business plan, and it was great, and I presented it to this client and this partner, and nobody wanted to invest.
Wow.
Nobody. And we had a specific amount that we felt like we needed to raise in order to, number one, bring me on, and number two, to give us the capital that we needed for our expansion plans. So one day I was lamenting this with my senior-most partner, Alan Johnson, and my firm was Gallup, Johnson & Newman. And I told Alan that I was just kind of mystified that nobody was going to support this limited, this offering that we had created. And I said, Alan, here's what I'm going to do, Alan. I'm going to take my entire pension plan, every penny of my pension plan, and I'm going to invest it in this offering on exactly the same terms that I have asked others to invest.
Wow.
And Alan said, I'm in.
What a great lesson.
He said, I've been waiting for you to show your confidence in the company, to show your commitment to the company. And now that you're in, I'm in. And not only was he in, but he cashed out his pension plan and invested it. And then he and I called about 5 or 6 fairly prominent business leaders that we represented, and within 24 hours, the offering was oversubscribed.
Wow.
We were funded. But the key was no one was going to do it until I did it.
Right.
See, I was trying to have my cake and eat it too. I wanted to keep my savings, but I wanted people to use their savings to invest in the company. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I needed to show people that I believed in it so much that I was investing myself fully. So in the words of Texas Hold'em, is that the name of the card game?
All in, right.
I was all in.
Right.
And that's what you have to be. You have to be all in.
That is awesome.
And so that was 1999. And you have alluded to my company, a dietary supplement company, and you know who we are, Robert, but your readers, your viewers, we're an organic company. We are a company with a romantic story. We are a company with an organic farm in Costa Rica. It's not your normal vitamin and mineral company. It's not Centrum. It's not One A Day. It's a much more nuanced and complex sale, actually.
Absolutely.
So the first thing that I did as I joined the company as president, I subsequently became CEO. But the first thing I did was observe the misfit, the mismatch between our two-market strategy and our product line. We were going through brokers, and some of these brokers had 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 different product lines. To sell New Chapter is complicated and time-consuming. You have to explain to the buyer why they should take a leap into this altogether different paradigm of dietary supplementation. Why go from what we would call the USP chemical approach, the isolate approach, into an organic whole food approach? More expensive, right? You've been here, you know. It's more expensive, it's more complicated. It takes a salesperson with a commitment. It takes more an evangelist than a normal salesperson.
Right.
We weren't getting that from our brokers. So what we did is we knew this. We took the money that we had raised and we began to build a sales network of our own salespeople. And it took us years to cobble together a sales organization that we truly believe, maybe immodestly, is the best sales organization in the industry.
No, I'll back that
but
up.
thank you. But more importantly, it was a sales organization that fit our product. Some companies are far better served going through major distributors or regional brokers. And I am not suggesting that our way is always the way that people should do it. It's just that for our product line, we needed to utterly reconstruct our two-market strategy. And if you're going to go direct through your own sales organization, you need a national sales manager. You need someone good. That was not me.